You'd find yourself looking for a calendar, but it's just not manly enough. That's too basic. I don't want my friends to think I'm gay when they come over. We are not going back there again. Did you see his calendar? The one calendar Kenworth never made. Whoa, not that manly. That's pretty cool. Would be cool to make a logging calendar. Yo, this is pretty dope. Now you can get yourself 12 months of C500. It's the sickest calendar ever built. Pick it up today, fourth wall. Link in the description below. Thanks for the support. Now back to the show. Better check to make sure I got coveralls. It's one of those feelings. They're right there. I looked in there, I was like, good thing I looked. There's no coveralls in here. I don't even have any spare filthy ones. Put them all in the wash, yes, well not in the wash. I should, I'd have better return luck. It just, they don't come back very clean when you just put them in the washing machine at work. And then you gotta remember to put them in the dryer. Car washed again yesterday, second day in a row. Oil change, oil filters, fuel. Had a small hiccup with the water separator. Had to change the actual housing. It brought me a filter, and I was like, dude, this is different or something. And I'm just like trying to put it in there. I'm like, it's like 4 inches shy of fitting, and then I feel in there. I'm like, oh, the inside of the gut's pulled out of the fuel filter. I'm like, okay, well that's strange. I've never had that happen before. We're looking at the numbers, pairing the numbers, exact same numbers, 2 different filters, but in the process, already broke the inside. So we had, well, luckily we had one in the parts room, so we had to change it. I'm just like, ay. Whatever, shit happens. Who makes the fuel filter? Fleetguard, I think. Same numbers, no A or B on the end of the numbers, same numbers, 2 different filters. So I got the mechanic, I'm like, something's wrong here. He's like, oh, that needs to be pulled out, it didn't come out, so he was trying to pull it out with the pliers, because he looked at it. And then by the time we're said and done, we had kind of broke that little plastic thing inside, so we had to change it. Yesterday was kind of short-lived, you know. I brought that shack out, and this is the following day after that, and I was like, thought maybe we would scoop like maybe another load from the rack site to the new location, but none yet. I'm like, I'm gonna have to add to this video because this is gonna be kind of short. Didn't get to see much. So today we got to do some whale blubber, and by that I mean whale tank is a pin load unit going from Fraction. We're gonna go out to Rocky, and then after that we got to come back, get a trailer, then we got to go out to Garrington west of Bowden, and 2 heaters to Eggville back to Torrance. So I'm just like, ugh. Came in early this top secret, I can't say. The boss did ask me the other day, so I don't know, you guys have probably seen the promo that ATK made. It's on YouTube. It's a pretty cool promo. He's like, do you think you can make this for Brawler and rail in? I'm like, shit, yeah, I could do that shit. What's up? You didn't make it very far, you already broke down. So yeah, I don't know when this will happen. I'm like, well, I kind of need to be on location and get like the sick footage, not just try to make it out of what I have. Like I have some.
Where are you off to now?
Fraction, whale blubber tank, out to west of Rocky.
Oh, nice. I thought that was Cow Lake Road, or?
Somewhere by Spade there, just barely down that road. Spade Construction there.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Where are you going?
Down the Cow Lake Road to Range Road 80 and then somewhere back in there.
Oh, so yeah, maybe same thing. Petrus?
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Maybe the C-Ring's right, that's west of the store, maybe, down there?
Oh, okay, no, that's where I took that heater last week there, go down the big hill and then just follow the road right to site there.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully we're not big hill. I'm thinking it's like the same spot we had an LPG bullet when I was at Cypress, and we took. Yo, you're throwing rocks at me. I had to take a propane bullet. We had the little pull truck, tandem still, but at Cypress there, and I couldn't get back up the hill without the cat. I'm like. Spinning, chewing, couldn't make it, empty. Loaded, I would have been fine. That's when we took it in, and then when we brought it out, we got Trison to come and bed load that stuff up the hill, and I loaded it with the tractor and took it back. If you guys remember that video, probably not, eh? So yeah, he was like, do you think you can make these promo videos? And I'm like, shit, yeah. So it'd be cool to do that. But like I said, I'm like, I kind of need to be in the meat and potato section so I can like get the footage. And then, you know, you got to kind of tell the oil company what you're doing. So they're like, why is this guy in here with a camera? You know, you kind of have to find someone that's cool with it. And, we could get a lot of the footage from, like, say, if we're at the rack site, but it would be cool to get, like, the rig coming off the trailer, if you're doing a suck across, bed truck spotting the sub, you know, things, get some cool things. Maybe a couple crane shots if we're doing a crane rig, you know, lifting the derrick on, doghouse off, you know, something. You know, you need the cool stuff. Pull truck doing some pull assist, you know, you just get all these clips and then you kind of put it together and then, you know, add a bunch of like effect, well, not a bunch of effects, but how the ATK one had like overlay effect of some kind of digital, the letters were exploding. I'm like, that's just an overlay. You pay for that, or you can make it. I could probably get my daughter to make it. It's just shatter effect in After Effects. I've done it before. But anyways, we'll go get this whale tank. We'll take it out. And we got some heaters we got to do. And hopefully everything is... I wanted to stay frozen today since I just washed. Probably not going to happen. Now these things are kind of tricky. Hard to get up the ramp. They're kind of heavy on the front, so I might have to winch it on. I know I did last time when I picked up one of these too. I think it was this one, because I remember fighting with putting the hook on in there. So we'll see. I wish they had like put some boards under it so it was a little bit higher. That's me with my air durant. See if we get enough traction with what we got here, dirt, and I'll put the auxiliary in first and just kind of crawl under it. The problem with having the airbags dumped is you get no traction in return, so kind of sucks. Crawlathon! Yeah! So, as you can see, they're a little wide. The name of the game is to hold fluids, you know, so they make them pretty decent sizes. And they're pretty close to the ground. I'm pretty sure this one's probably dumped, that's why. Yep. But they're in the susp. That's a good place for the registration. Hey, I just brought this one back from CVIP not that long ago. Got their own built-in D signs, lights, so that's kind of cool. What's all this stuff here? I think they used to be Prudential Rock or something, these tanks. Everything is looking golden. Those lug nuts look like they haven't been off for a long time if they just got CVIP'd. Holy. No comment. So yeah, I'm pretty sure, I think that's what these were, because I could tell by the color. Prudential Rock or something, what they used to be. Not very popular here, but we have some now. Seeing them around. I think they're more popular in the state. Oh, it's not a giant cock and balls. Slightly clean for a little bit. Everything checks out. Oh. I don't know what it is with our engine oil, but the first 100 hours, oh my lord, it stinks. We use certified, I think that's Canadian Tire. Synthetic and all that cool shit. It's supposed to be pretty good. We do samples every oil change. I've had to put in coolant 3 times since I've had my thermostat, so I don't know if I had some burping or my head gasket. Like I said, I'm like, whether we need a thermostat or a head gasket. Yeah, let's hope it's just some burps. Lots of room there, guys. Got room on this side, but the other side's about to touch. Oh, it'll be super fucked here if the trailer slides. Sweetness. Hey, you guys didn't think there might be a problem with trying to squeeze this motherfucker in here? What a bunch of tits. you bet. The old gate on the corner with a cattle guard and ice and snow, so you can't really jump over the way over drive side, so you get the ass end of the trailer over far enough so when you go through the gate at a 45 that it makes it. First shot it did not make it. I was gonna hit it. I was like, do I just go and rub? I'm like, no, it's not my style. Those gates break real easy. They are just on ready rod hinges and they just snap. So as soon as you touch them, they just tink. So sometimes you're able to back up just enough in a certain direction you can get the ass end over. Like if you I didn't fully jackknife, but if you jackknife in reverse, sometimes you can get a foot or two over with the back of your trailer, if you know what I mean. I know some of you can't because your trucks are too short and your sleepers are too big, you can't do that, but there's been many a times with the bed truck where I'm like, I have to do some reverse backing where I'm like, literally, I don't even know what the degree would be called, but when the back of the trailer is up by the steer tires, you go until the trailer's about to ride up the side of the bed or the poles, usually the side of the bed because the poles are set in one pole, so that's what they're made out of, pole. Yeah, I've had to do that a few times in my life, so I got a few tricks. But it was all slanted downward to the side that I was close to, so there wasn't a whole lot. I'm like, please don't slide, because all I could think about is like, the trailer's gonna slide, it's gonna be on the inside of the corner, downward slope, and I'm gonna be fucked. I'm gonna have to get help. That was kind of a poopy deal. And I knew it was there, because that's that same spot. We've been in there before. I was in there with the bed truck. Tryson was there at one time, helping me out. Yeah. All right, let's go back and get a trailer, and then we'll go do some heaters. Yay.
Front style.